Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. And it's time for the 11th installment in my vinyl series where I go alphabetically through all of my records. We're getting into the O's in a second, so let me pop this on. 10 minutes unedited. We are going raw. Going through these albums. When we last left off, we started with my Mount Eerie records. Vinyl right here for the LP Lost Wisdom, which actually features Julie Dworin and Fred Squire along with Phil Elverum of Mount Eerie, otherwise known as the Microphones. Unfortunately, I don't have any microphone stuff on vinyl. I just have my microphone stuff on CD, but my Mount Eerie stuff I have on vinyl. This Lost Wisdom album, it's a white little album. It's a beautiful little album. If you haven't listened to this album, Lost Wisdom, quaint, just very pretty, kind of dreary acoustic singer-songwriter album. And the cover itself that kind of comes in the, if you're into Mount Eerie, do yourself a favor, get some of the vinyl if you have a record player, because the packaging is usually pretty awesome when it comes to Phil Elverum's stuff. I mean, the man puts a lot of effort into his packaging. Gigantic poster wilderness. Gigantic poster here. And down here, actually, the lyrics are written very tinily. Tinily. Is that a word? Let me know. Be a friend. Alright, this next record is Black Wooden Ceiling Opening. This is an interesting little album, actually. It comes with a CD. It's a 10-inch. Kind of like The Lost Wisdom, the cover itself is a poster. This is the CD. I slipped it in a little case. Another white print, I believe. Yeah, another white, little piece of white vinyl that Phil put out. And there's a nice insert with it. And this EP is basically Phil taking a handful of his songs under the Mount Eerie name and doing them electric. Not just electric, but like in a hardcore punk style. Like he has hard-hitting drums and guitars behind his, very kind of shy vocals that he usually sings with. And it's pretty interesting. It's an interesting listen that I think slipped by a lot of people, including Mount Eerie fans. And the third LP that I have from Mount Eerie is Dawn, which is a but a collection of short, kind of disjointed acoustic motifs, musings, and songs that I think Phil had written sort of like, 2000 and 2002, 2003, while kind of in like isolation or semi-isolation in Norway. There's a bit of an interesting portrait book that comes with, and all the lyrics just kind of pasted on the front. Doesn't make for the most interesting cover, but this is pretty enthralling music. I've never heard an album where it's just one man singing acoustic guitar, and yet it is just so strange, so kind of otherworldly, I guess you could say. All right. Not that hasn't been achieved before, but I'm just saying, if you're into that kind of thing, if you're looking for that, check it out. New Nachtmystium album, very creative and, I'm just going to say creative metal band that uses black metal as kind of a foundation, but experiment into other things. And messed up the corner here like an idiot. Dropped it like a dumbass. But the records are still in great shape. I believe it's actually kind of like a double gatefold. You guys know I love my gatefolds. Double vinyl. Although I don't know if this record is actually so long that it needs to be on two records. I don't know. But kind of like a black on white splatter thing going on here, which I like a lot. I like that design. I like the design aspect. I like when you get a cool color. It's like collecting Pokemons. Nardwuar, the The Human Surveyette and the Evaporators present Busy Doing Nothing. This is actually the new Evaporators LP. Nardwuar had sent this to me himself. Thank you, Nardwuar, for this album. And actually, you know, if you're in the market for a new Evaporators LP, do check this out. The Evaporators album, Ripple Rock. Is that the name of it? I used to have it on vinyl, like when I was in high school, and I loved the hell out of that album. Like, listened to it tons and tons. I don't need my friends to tell me who my friends are. Like, awesome, fun, crazy punk rock songs. And in this vinyl package actually kind of comes an interesting calendar, a quote-unquote punk rock calendar that even branches into 2013, and with an interesting collection of photos. It's a punk rock calendar, but there's a picture of James Brown in there. What are you gonna? James Brown was punk. And this is actually a collection of tracks that features a lot of guest contributors and singers, including Andrew W.K., Sage Francis is on this LP too. Nice little, is there a color here? Yeah, it's a white vinyl with kind of like pink and blue splatter, like bubblegum cotton candy splatter. So yeah, do look this LP up. You know, a lot of people know Nardwuar, the Human Surveyette, from his very funny, strange, and eccentric and well-researched interviews. And, you know, if you've never heard his musical talents or his musical eccentricities as well, please do, you know, look him up. The Evaporators. Their music's very fun. All right, this is a record that's kind of one of those strange little outsider things in my collection that I'm not sure if, you know, there are a lot of copies of still floating around. Comes from a band by the name of Need New Body, and I have seen an alternate record cover for this album. I'm not sure if there's kind of another print of this LP, if they're all like this. It actually kind of looks like it's Xeroxed or kind of like Kinko'd onto this kind of thick paper or something. You know, the album is titled UFO. Have it burned on CD over here too. Man, the packaging here, it's just a little bit of a mess because it's just, you know, there's photocopied lyrics and liner notes over here. I mean, and a kind of a weird picture collage. The record sleeve is actually spray painted. There's a spray painted design on here. I mean, I don't know if the band designed this themselves. I mean, the record's in great shape and taking good care of it. But this is definitely, you know, a strange little album that is difficult for me to kind of put in any genre other than just kind of like a bunch of weirdos experimenting and making songs that I think they take semi-seriously, but mostly think maybe are kind of funny. I love the packaging to this thing. But you know, if the name of the band again is Need New Body, album is UFO. Look up the song Show Me Your Heart. Is that the name of the track? I love that track. What the heck is it? Show Me Your Heart. Do look up that song. And the song Ox as well, and Beach. You know, if you can look up those songs and give them a listen, then you will definitely know, you know, kind of the band's style. And the second track on this album too is fantastic. The drummer in this band actually currently drums for Man Man. Need New Body is now defunct. You know, they're not making records anymore. But when they were around, it was pretty fun. You know, I even caught them live once. Philly band. Neutral Milk Hotel on Avery Island. I have a vinyl copy of In the Aeroplane Over the Sea, of course, but it's sitting in a frame up on the wall. What other? Minor Threat. I also have a Minor Threat vinyl that is sitting on the wall as well. But yeah, got that Neutral Milk Hotel debut LP from Jeff Mangum and Company. We've got some lyrics, some liner notes. Whoop, whoop. Excuse me. Nothing too amazing about the packaging. Nice black vinyl. Good condition. Of Montreal. compilation, Gladiator Nightstick. This is actually the first piece of vinyl I've owned of Montreal. While a lot of people do love their new stuff, albums that came after Satanic Panic in the Attic, I much prefer their earlier stuff, which was much more quaint, much more Beatles influenced, more sort of influenced by vaudeville and just weird acoustic music in general. But this is a nice... Uh-oh. Got to cut it off, but we're gonna finish with this. This is a nice collection of tracks spanning a lot of their earlier stuff. Spike the Senses, On the Drive Home, my favorite Boxer. I love that song. And Let's Do Everything for the First Time Forever. Great love song. Throw that on a mixtape, and whoever you're giving that to will probably think, "Oh, you're so sweet." There's a nice little plastic wrap going in to the sleeve, double wrapping. You know, you gotta double wrap for protection. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. All right, everybody, vinyl collection, 11th installment. We're just getting into the O's, and we're gonna blast on through. Thanks for watching. I love you. Vinyl forever.